Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about the best way to start 2025. That's right, Reading came away with an away victory today against Cambridge United. The last time Reading played Cambridge, it was actually Ruben Sellis' last game in charge of the Royals as he picked up his final victory. Well, Noel Hunt today picked up his first victory away from home against the same opposition, also scoring 3 goals. Now, the starting 11 that Reading went ahead with in this fixture saw Joel Pereira starting off in goal. There was actually 3 changes to the back 4 that played against Mansfield, as we saw Louis Holtzman and Andre Garcia play in the left back, right back spots, while Harley Dean came in for Amadou Mbenge and played alongside Tyler Bindon. Now, the midfield 3 stayed the same as the trio of Harvey Knibbs, Charlie Savage and Lewis Wing continued to play. We saw Chem Campbell and Mamadi Kamara start out wide, while finally Sam Smith was the sole striker. Now, yep, the 3 changes to the back 4 did come. Michael Craig and Abraham Kanu were the people that were taken out of the side originally, as we were set to see Tyler Bindon and Amadou Mbenge play at centre-back. A little bit worrying about Michael Craig not being in the squad at all. I'm hoping it's just a little bit of rest, as Craig's played a lot of football over the course of this season, and 2 matches in the last 4 days probably wouldn't have been the best thing for his health, especially with a big game away against Charlton coming up. My fear, though, is that there is going to be some sort of transfer bid that's come in for him, as I think Michael Craig can play at a championship level, and yeah, fingers crossed, it's just something where he's just been rested. As well, Amadou Mbenge, like we said, was set to start, but he actually fell ill just before the fixture, so we saw Harley Dean come in for this game, and I've got to give my props to Harley Dean, as I thought he had a really good game today. Lots of crosses came into the box from Cambridge, and lots of clearances came from Harley Dean, so a big fair play to Dino, as I thought he had a really good game. Now, the first half of the fixture saw Cambridge be the better of the 2 sides, as 10 minutes into the game, they must have had 3, 4, 5 corners at this point. Lots of pressure was being piled on the Reading defence, as a lot of the play came down Cambridge's left-hand side, targeting Reading's right-back in Louis Holtzman, who's normally a centre-back and was filling in at right-back today. Lots of pressure was coming in from that side, and lots of corners were coming in, but I thought Reading dealt with them really well, and there weren't massive amounts of opportunities. The only big one that came for me was when Jordan Cousins had a deflected shot that just went wide of the target. 12 minutes into the game though, and Cambridge really should have had a penalty. If we're being completely honest, I thought a penalty should have been given. It came when I think it was Stokes was brought down in the box. I thought he looked a little bit offside, so I think that might be the reason why the referee didn't give the decision. Or life just works in funny ways, and the way that Reading have had penalty appeals be turned down so much over the last few weeks, we finally got one go in our favour. Now, 27 minutes into the game, Stokes was once again involved for Cambridge, as he had a shot that was outside the box, but it was really parried away well by Joel Pereira. And then 37 minutes into the game, for all the pressure that Cambridge had on Reading, they found themselves behind. It came from a Reading corner that Charlie Savage played into the box. The ball eventually found its way out to Lewis Wing. He recycled the opportunity, and on the right-hand side, gave the ball to Louis Holtzman. Holtzman, with a cross into the box, saw it be deflected, and before the goalkeeper could smother it away, Harvey Knibbs poked the ball into the back of the net to score against his former employer. That's right, Knibbs, the former U, scored against Cambridge United today, and he decided not to celebrate, but I've got to say, the Reading fans definitely did celebrate. 1-0 up, and it was good to see Knibbs get on the score sheet. He's really done well since moving back into the centre of midfield after being out wide following the injury to Kelvin Ehebachimam. Since the Ben Elliott injury, though, he's moved back into the midfield, and since Kamara's come back from injury as well, he's moved back into the centre of midfield and has had much more of an impact playing in that centre midfielder role. Reading, though, did have a chance to go back. Sorry, what should I say? Cambridge had a chance to equalise straight from the kickoff. 40 minutes in, Stokes hit the post after a deflection. The corner eventually found its way into the Reading's box, but Reading broke away really well and found themselves a really good opportunity to double their advantage. Kamara passed the ball to Sam Smith, who looked like he had so much time and space, all the time and space in the world, on the edge of the box. No defenders around him, but he couldn't get the ball under control, and eventually the opportunity was wasted. But that was it for the first half. Reading went into the break 1-0 up, and I've got to say, it was just like the Mansfield game, where arguably Reading didn't deserve to be leading. Now, unlike the Mansfield game, where Mansfield eventually pegged Reading back and went into the break at 1-1, Cambridge were unable to do that, and I thought Reading were growing into the game throughout that first half. 30 minutes in, I think that's when Reading started to play a little bit better and started to play some of their football, and in the second half, we definitely saw that. Cambridge, though, did get the first opportunity of that second half. 1 minute into the half, Elias Kuchunga had a deflected shot/cross, which eventually hit the crossbar. From that resulting corner, they equalised, and it was Elias Kuchunga that ended up scoring. My apologies, I just realised it was Dan Nalundalu who had the cross/shot, and it was Elias Kuchunga that ended up scoring. It came from a corner, it found its way eventually all the way to the back post, and Kuchunga poked it home to equalise for the relegation-threatened Cambridge. Reading didn't have to wait long though before going back into the lead. 51 minutes in and Harvey Knibbs had done it again. Reading had multiple opportunities to score here. Eventually the first one came when Sam Smith had one of his shots cleared off the line by a Cambridge defender. Reading again did really well at recycling the opportunity, and Charlie Savage played a good ball into the box. That ball was met by Harvey Knibbs, who once again poked it past Stevens in the goal of Cambridge. 2-1, and Harvey Knibbs scored his 6th goal of the season in the league. Very happy for Knibbs, once again deciding not to celebrate too much against his former employer, somewhat I won't say the same for when Sam Smith's opportunity came up. Cambridge continued to pile the pressure on Reading though following that goal. They had a few chances where lots of crosses were played in. Abraham Kanu, who was someone who replaced Mamadi Kamara, he had a big clearance, shall we say, straight after coming on. There was an opportunity as well when Kamara went down injured for Cambridge, continued to play on. They eventually crossed the ball into the box, and before a scramble, Chem Campbell was able to clear it. Reading did have their chances as well, and Knibbs went close to a third and a hat-trick for him. Came in when a cross came in from Reading from a corner. There was an opportunity for Knibbs. He headed the ball back across goal, and Sam Smith attacked it as well, but it just went wide of the mark. Lewis Wing as well from a free kick. He had a chance, but it was parried well by the goalkeeper. Cambridge continued again to pile the pressure. Like I said, lots of crosses came into the box, but it didn't pay off as the third goal for Reading came. And it was what a goal it was. What a fantastic strike it was. Now, let's talk about this one. The first day of 2025, we've probably already got our goal of the year contender. It came when Lewis Wing played a fantastic crossfield ball from the halfway line, eventually found its way to Sam Smith, and with his back to goal, on the swivel, with his left foot, lobs the goalkeeper on the half volley. Smith celebrated wildly, ran over to Noel Hunt, and the goal was so good even Joel Pereira ran up for the celebrations. It was fantastic, and it was great to see Sam Smith getting on the score sheet once again. He's continuing to score goals for Reading, and yeah, it was a great goal. Me talking about it doesn't do it justice at all. If you haven't seen the goal, I really recommend that you go out and find the finish, because it was fantastic from Sam Smith. A brilliant goal, and yeah, it saw Reading take all 3 points. Reading did have another opportunity before the game finished. Jaden Wareham, who came on as a sub for Sam Smith, had a chance, but unfortunately he just can't buy a goal at the minute, and he hit the post from his chance. But Reading came away with all 3 points, a much improved second half compared to the first half, and I think arguably maybe we did deserve the win following all the chances that we had in that second half. Like I said, I won't discredit Cambridge. Cambridge came today and had a really decent game. Lots of crosses into the box and lots of opportunities where they could have scored, but Reading really did well defensively, and like I said, Harley Dean and Tyler Binden at the back today, fantastic work from both men. Now, what does this do for the league table? Well, the Royals have climbed up 1 spot from 6th to 5th, as we now sit on 40 points for the season, 12 wins, 4 draws and 7 losses in 23 games. Halfway through the year, and we're on course to make the points for playoff spots. Look, I'm not going to jump ahead of myself, but Reading have now created a gap of 2 points between 5th and 7th. Like I said, I don't want to get ahead of myself because we don't know what January will hold, but Noel Hunt has done a great job since coming in. 3 wins on the bounce following a rocky start. No wins in his first 3, and then 3 wins in a row after that. Cambridge sit in 23rd. They've got 17 points from 23 games. It's 4 losses on the spin for Gary Monk's side. I've never really rated Gary Monk as a manager, but hey, look, a decent performance today, and maybe they can build on that and go ahead and in a massive game really against Bristol Rovers, get a result. That's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I have got some bad news, as I am going to Charlton away, so if the 3 wins on the bounce end up stopping from there, it's probably my fault, as I haven't seen us win away from home since May 2017. Thank you for watching though today, guys. Happy New Year, and we'll see you all again soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.